This is a Steinich channel. I'm Steinich. Those are my brainwaves right up here. You're seeing them in real time, by the way. They've been working really good the last few nights. We're getting some good results. We've been getting a lot of data about approaching what's called the singularity. For those of you who don't know what the chess singularity is, stay tuned. You're going to learn a lot about that. One way to reach the chess singularity is, well, number one, through brainwaves, but number two, we're going to have to activate the linguistic part of our brains. And it's best that we do that together. If you're going to accompany me on this journey, you may as well, it's probably better that you don't just tune out and tune back in later when I start to play, because you've got to be in the same, you got to be in sync. As a listener, it's going to be your job to, I don't know why I have that here, dual. There. So, Duolingo. My keyboard is acting up again. Okay, here we go. We're going to do a thing called Duolingo. And it teaches, and not only do we learn a language, but we activate the linguistic center of our brain. And that's what we want to do right now. Over and above learning a language, but by learning a language, we're going to perhaps reach the chess singularity tonight. So let's just we'll start learning this French. So I just heard is how you say the word like un chien is a dog in French.
Un homme et un garçon.
Un homme et un garçon. Un homme et un garçon. That means a man and a boy.
Un homme et un garçon.
Un homme et un garçon. So, un homme et un garçon. So, write this in English. It's a man and a boy, like I said. Man and a boy. So, this is kind of fun. We're learning French and activating our center. Chat. Chat is a cat. And you spell it like that.
Chat.
Chat. What do you hear? I hear the cat.
Un chat et un homme.
Un chat et un homme.
Un chat et un homme. Un chat et un homme.
They almost say et un homme, but it's un homme. And normally they pronounce it like that. So, un chat et un homme. Un chat et un homme. That means a cat and a man. Okay, we're doing good here so far. We're really killing the language learning, at least. A cat and a man. If we can do this good in the chess, we are going to make our rating go up.
Garçon.
Un garçon, un garçon, un garçon.
Un garçon. Un garçon.
Un garçon. Un garçon. So that's type in French. So un garçon. Un garçon. Write this in French. Okay. They want us to write that in French. We can do that. It's a cat. Un chat. Un chat. With a T. Un chat with a T. Good.
Un homme.
Un homme. It doesn't sound like a man, but that's a man. They just said a man. And you spell un like that. It looks like un, but it's un. And then you have the linking M. And it turns out to be like that. Un homme. Those of you who are following along, you're here to see me play chess later, hopefully in the singularity. And you're looking at the brainwaves, but you can learn this pronunciation as well. So everyone say un homme, un homme. Listen again.
Homme.
Un homme, un homme.
Un homme.
Really slow. You can listen to it really slow.
Un homme.
Un homme. Okay. We got it right. Write this in French. So It looks like a bear, but really it's a boy, and you write a boy like this. Un garçon. Okay, we are activating the linguistic center brain by doing this. And chess, a
Un garçon et un
linguistic
chat.
language, a linguistic activity. Let's listen to that again.
Un garçon et un chat.
Un garçon et un chat.
Un garçon et un chat.
So that's a boy and a cat. So, un garçon et un chat. You know, a lot of my viewers have been communicating. They've been saying that they love the brain waves more than just about anything else. And in fact, I can read some of the top 10. I got the top 10 comments here about what people say about the brain waves. I thought this one was interesting. Number 7. It has a female user's name. Her name is Big Betty. That sounds to me like a. And she says that she loves looking at the green. She says, "I love looking at the brainwaves so much. I can't even have a boyfriend anymore." Give me a break. Well, that's somebody that loves to look at brainwaves. People find them hypnotic. People find them mesmerizing. I have to just play chess and learn language. But if I didn't have to do that, I would just sit here looking at them too, go up and down. Okay, write this in French. A man. So that's un. Wow, I really feel like I'm working up to playing some chess here very soon. Un
chat et un garçon.
Un chat et un garçon. Un chat et un garçon. Let's listen once again.
Un chat et un garçon.
Un chat et un garçon.
Un chat et un garçon.
Un chat et un garçon. Un chat et un garçon. Okay, and when they give us really quick like that, it's because we pronounced it very well. And you see the brainwaves, how they went up? I got the delta. Oh, wow, I got the beta on top. When I get that green on top, that is a good sign approaching or in the singularity. And we're getting there. We're getting close. So write this in French. A man and a boy. I got to write that in English. So, un homme et un garçon. Un homme et un garçon.
Un homme et un chat.
Un homme et un chat. Un homme et un chat. Un homme et un chat. Okay, we got that very, very good. A boy and a cat. A boy and a cat. I got to write that in French. So that's un garçon. We're just going to keep doing this until it's second nature. Un garçon et un chat. Okay, and then as soon as it comes second nature, we got to keep doing it till it becomes first nature. Continue.
Un chat.
Un chat. Un chat. Good. Perfect. Wow. Look at my beta go way up, way up. Beta goes up when I'm happy, when I see that green owl and they tell me, oh, perfect. You know, beta is not the greatest thing, indicator of being in the chess singularity, because chess is not about being happy. Chess is about perception and having your perception in tune and your focus. And that's why I want to get the beta on top. Now, I don't want to be happy. I want to win. Okay, so continue. We can continue later. We're doing so well here. We had the green up on top very well. We're going to already go over to the lichess and see if we're in the singularity. If we're not, we can always come back and finish the. I don't know how I got over to this place. I got to push lichess. That's my keyboard messing up again. Okay, we're in lichess and everything's looking good. The brain waves are in real time. And we're going to play a game here. Anybody feels like chatting, you can jump right in. We've got everything ready here to host everyone in a good way tonight for some good chess and hopefully hitting the singularity. Let's see if we get into the singularity right now. Okay, we're playing a 5-minute game. And what color do we have? White. We'll play a King's Gambit if they cooperate with us. And this is called the King's Gambit by moving that pawn up. And we should get some nice attacking possibilities out of that. We'll see if we do. Going to castle already, bringing the rook onto this file. Every once in a while, you take this pawn and you already get some. See now, the bishop is attacked. I guess I'm going to have to bring that one back, but it's no big deal. We'll still pull this out and hopefully win this game. Now, we put the question to that bishop. We put the question to this bishop. I guess we can take that bishop. Why not? Un chat et un garçon. What's he going to do with that knight now? If he castles, what are we going to do? We should try to plan out our moves beforehand. The queen doesn't really help us very much right here. I wouldn't mind just getting rid of that knight. It's a little bit problematic for me. If he trades that off, a lot of people will say, oh, I'll trade him off. I'll double his pawns. But I think these pawns will be strong here in the center. And I don't think this game is going to come down to one extra pawn in the end game anyway. It's a 5-minute game, and I'm going to try to do something kind of drastic again against him if I can. That is sort of biting steel over there. I'm going to switch this bishop over onto this white diagonal and then hopefully get an attack on this pawn. Okay, now the bishop is going to come back to here where it looks safe. And it can also scoot out to this side. That looks like a good placement for that bishop. We're doing okay. Develop that bishop up to there. If he brings this bishop back, we'll already take him. Okay, this is looking good for us. If I do this, how is he going to protect that bishop? Because I also have an attack on this pawn, like through the bishop, the queen and the rook. Attack that pawn pretty strong. He can protect the bishop coming out to there. And I will if I do that though, I'm going to have to bring my king over in the corner. I would love to just move this up, but he could take this and put me in check. So, okay, and he did that. That was actually a pretty good move. I'm going to triple my rooks on this file. Why not? I would think I'm going to get some possibilities after I get my heavy artillery tripled on this King's Knight file over here. That's what they used to call it before they called it the F file. I know because I grew up reading chess books from the 1890s. Okay, that didn't really change the position very much. He can bring that rook all the way down here, but that was good. What if I just block him out of there? Where's he going to go? He's going to have to kind of like go back where he came from. But if he goes back where he came from, well, you see that he just resigned because he lost a piece. Now, we won that game. I wouldn't call that the chess singularity because we didn't do anything really, really spectacular. Although, who knows? Let's take a look at the. This is what you can do in Lichess. You can just go over and all for free. You can do a chess analysis. And even before I look at the statistics, this looks like good play for white. When it's stable like this, it's because nobody's making mistakes. And you can see, who knows, maybe we were in a chess singularity. We played a game without any blunders, without any mistakes. And two of these things, which are called inaccuracies, one of those, I know from experience, one of those inaccuracies was, I can click it to see what it is. One of them was just playing the King's Gambit. And that's not a huge inaccuracy because King's Gambit is actually a pretty good game. And then the second inaccuracy for me was when I brought my knight out. They would have liked me. They would have liked me to do a different thing. What would they want me to do? I click here and I can see what they want me to do. They would have wanted me to bring this pawn up, maybe to protect this pawn in case he takes it, I guess. But like I say, inaccuracies are no big deal. So we actually, who knows? If we were in the chess singularity, we would have played a game with 0 mistakes and 0 blunders. That doesn't really prove anything. Oh wow, the green really went up there high. I had a green beta and the beta and gamma are doing great right now. I'm going to play another game because something interesting is happening with those brainwaves. Let's try this again. Let's see if we can get into the singularity. We're going to just see what we get, white or black. This time we have black. What opening is that, huh? I'm going to move that so that he can't move that pawn up. I'm kind of concentrating on this square and making sure he can't get up into that square. He doesn't want to go into that square, does he? Just going to keep concentrating on that square as kind of like a matter of course. Oh, I kind of know what he's going to do. I'm going to go like this and try to get an attack over here against his. I got to move this up to do that. And I know he wants to bring this knight to here, so I'm going to already forestall him and see what I get out of this. This is looking interesting. I might castle queen side on this. He's not really giving me a lot of problems right now. If he takes that knight, I'll probably retake with the bishop just to keep my pawns well centered. I was going to bring the queen out here, but I think we're going to have play here on the king side, so I want to bring her out into there. Okay, this will give me more. This will make things, what they say, I don't know what they call that, not symmetrical, but it will really shake up the play. I'm kind of hoping he takes that so that I get a. and attack. If he takes there, I will retake with this bishop because he's threatening a couple of my good pieces there. Now I could castle. I could also drive that rook out of there really fast. I think it's in my interest to drive the rook back, but I'm not sure. I could keep him in suspense, but it's just a quick game and I don't want to waste a lot of time. I want to bring this queen out here and get an attack on this pawn. And that's not really going to help me too much, though. I'm going to need more firepower over there. I can already see that. So I'm going to bring the knight out. The knight will fork the rook and this pawn at the same time. So this is going to look really nice. Then I can bring the queen forward after I take that pawn with my bishop or my knight. We're doing okay on the clock. Ooh, I got the green. I had the green ray up there. Okay. I don't see where he's really going to do a lot with that pawn. I'm just going to go down here and put him in check. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I might just let him take that pawn because I've got basically checkmate coming up here, it looks like. Or at least win his queen. Because I'm going to move here. He'll be in check. I can take him, put him in check again. And then bring my queen down checkmate. He'll have to retake with his queen. Okay, this will put him in check the same way. Take with the knight. I think taking with the knight is more effective here. Bring the knight even in closer. This is going to threaten some bad stuff with the queen coming down here. Oh, I got my gamma up. I had my gamma up really high there. And I never saw the theta. You know, last week, if you look at I had some interesting sine waves on the theta. The theta is kind of like the wave that really comes into play. Where's this king gonna go? It looks like he's checkmated. I come here. He's got one square there, and then I come over here, checkmate, right? Don't see anything better to do. He can't do anything against me there. And then I just come over here. Okay, that was all right. That was pretty good. I don't know that we're in the singularity. That was a couple of good games, though, and I didn't have a lot of chat action that time. I don't understand where my chatters are. Like, we're all set up for chat and nobody's jumping in there. Would be nice. Maybe get some chat action going here, you guys. Where is everybody? Last night we had all kinds of people chatting. How are we looking on the screen? I just got to make sure that I'm online. I do that every once in a while. I get online, play some games, get my brainwaves working, and oh, we haven't started the stream yet. But you know, it is streaming. So let me just check the board. Check my game plan and see if everything is right there. If I click here, I see how it's going to look to my viewers. Everything looks fine. Everything looks fine. Um, that was great. That was a good dry run with Singularity. We got some great data for the brainwaves. Um, we played a King's Gambit without any mistakes, any blunders. We might have been in the Singularity. We're not sure. And let's do the post-mortem on this game before we wrap this up. Analysis board. And we'll just see how we did as black on this. Okay, you can see the black. I actually said at this point that I was going to mix stuff up. And yeah, we mixed it up. But by mixing it up, he suddenly blundered. And then we won the game. And I believe this is right where I said we're going to mix things up. Let me see how that is. Okay, I took there. Yeah, I went back there. And then from there on, we were doing great. We were doing really, really, really great. And from here on out, it was just a great game. It says here on Steinitch that it actually had one blunder, which was right there. Now that's what they call that, a blunder. Oh, yeah, I, I actually commented about that. I was it looks like a more solid or less risky move to take with the bishop, but I thought this would really give me a lot of asymmetry, kick the knight out immediately, put this bishop a little bit out of play, and his score went up a little bit, but just it got really tricky, and a couple of moves later, we were doing really crazy, really crazy good. And then it was just downhill, downhill for black from there. I shouldn't say that because it was good for, but downhill is good for black because the more this goes down, 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 black gets higher and higher, higher for how this is set up. Up here would be good for white, and down here is good for black. So that was a great game in a way because we only had one inaccuracy, which is no big deal, 0 mistakes. In that one blunder, okay, call that a blunder if you will, but they're saying that that was a blunder when I retook right there with the pawn. Maybe it would have been a blunder if he had responded right. Let's see how he should have responded. It says that he should have responded back into here. I guess it's a blunder because I lose a a pawn without a lot of compensation. But he didn't do the right thing. When I took the pawn, he kicked his knight out of there, which is still not bad. I brought my bishop back because I didn't want to. This pawn position didn't look very good to me. And I actually said during the game I would like him to take me so I can get this opened up. He didn't take me. He advanced his pawn. I took. And then the pieces are equal on the board right now, but I have 2.5 advantage, which is 2.5 pawns. And I was debating whether that was the best move, and they're saying it is. I was almost thinking about castling at that point and then doing that later. If I had castled, let me just see. Well, he would have done, it would have amounted to about the same thing. He was going to go back anyway. But they're saying that's the best move. He should have went all the way back. He didn't go all the way back. He went here. That you will see why that was not such a great move, because when this knight comes here and here, it attacks the pawn and him at the same time. What's the knight doing right there? He's protecting that pawn, but I don't have an attack on this pawn. And then I castled. Oh, look at that. That was interesting. Look, they're saying that was the best move. Now, I didn't move that up to advance a pawn. I did that to free up the queen because the queen and the bishop are going to do things here. Now, I was thinking about moving that up too, but I didn't see like a lot of instant play because the rook is going to always be behind this pawn as he advances. I thought that the knight coming over would be better. We're at minus 3.3, and when I moved my knight instead, we're at minus 3.4. If I had moved this up, just to see what this number would be. Well, that's weird. You know, the computer is saying move that up so we get, and I'm saying move the knight over and the score is better. So, you know, these stockfish things are kind of strange. So, okay, so we got minus 3.4. And then I did the same thing like I was supposed to, attacking this pawn and that rook at the same time. That was a blunder. Now we're down to 8.6. And then I did the right move again. And then I did the right move again. He did a move that was pretty ineffectual because the bishop was going to come here anyway. And then he did the only move he could, and they're saying retake with the knight. And then bring the bishop, the knight over. Okay, so that could be the singularity, I don't know. I do see the green one up there on top, and I see the gamma right up there along with it. And I see the purple one trying to rise. Something tells me when that purple is like flying, when that theta, it was weird though. I was in a game the other night, the theta was moving like a sine wave. It was a perfect wave, and I had one of the viewers going, "Look at the theta, it's like a perfect wave." And it was just like wow, 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 going up and down like that classic sine wave. So I don't know what we're going to actually see with these brain waves. I'm just seeing some patterns like the green and the orange, which is the beta and the gamma being up high together, are really good. Alpha, I haven't really noticed a lot of patterns on that, but it was okay. So without any more ado, we'll just sign off here. It's signing off. And for those of you that want to stick around and just be mesmerized by the brainwaves, you know, a lot of people just stare at those hypnotically. They just love the brainwaves. They don't even pay attention to the chess. I wish I could just, like leave the band on and just keep showing you those waves as I'm doing other things. But it's better that I get this band off. I got to recharge that, get it in place. It goes back into the really nice carry case I have for it. This carry case came with you get a special deal if you buy the Muse S. And this is not an advertisement, by the way. I don't get paid from Muse to do this, but this is just so cool. This is called the hard carry case. It has a zipper, and the band goes right in there, and it's really well protected. So what I do is I charge the band, put it in here, zip it. When I see the thing zipped with the thing inside, I know it's charged. And then we'll do another one tomorrow night. How'll that be? That was great. If you're interested in the channel, be my follower. I love followers. Yeah, there's no demerits for that. You're just doing the right thing if you follow. Plus, next time I'm online, obviously, you'll know instantly because you'll get that email telling you I'm online, and you can come and look at the brainwaves and maybe learn some great classic chess as we do it, and maybe a little French too. So we'll see you tomorrow. Stay out of trouble and take care. Bye bye.